అనిపిస్తుంది కదా.
Mm.
రికార్డింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిందిగా. స్టార్ట్.
Good morning, everyone. I am Harshita, and our teammates are Raghunath and Sai Kiran. We are under the supervision of Dr. T. Kamleshwar, and today we are going to demonstrate a project on Airways application using .NET framework. The main aim of this project is to create an website for the Airways application who are going to book the tickets. And this is an online flight reservation system in which this helps the customers to book flight ticket in online. In order to book the ticket, the customer has to register first by filling up the details. If the user had registered himself, he can be able to log in order to book the ticket. So the customer can view the reservation ticket, can view the ticket after the reservation. The customer will be able to view all the details related to his reservation. The system will provide notice related to the flight and the passengers. And also in this, the customer will have many payment methods using his credit card or debit card with certain credentials provided. And coming to the introduction, in this we are having four different layers, and we are going to create a web application using API and MVC. The main aim of this project is to design an airline application, and also the introduction of this project is that user is able to know the number of tickets booked already, and he can be able to view the number of tickets available through the effective GUI, that is graphical user interface. And the user is also able to cancel the tickets at any time, and the refund will be credited to the respective accounts based on the company terms and conditions. While booking the ticket, he can able to view the seat arrangement in the graphical user interface before booking the ticket. And the modules of this project are, we are going to do the coding in C Sharp, and the second module is database and the SQL server, and the module 3 is web API, that is application programming interface, and the module 4 is MVC. We are going to do the checks and testing in web API, and the whole project is displayed in the MVC. MVC is the presentation layer, and it is the topmost layer where the web application is going to be visible. Over to Sai Kiran.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sai Kiran. And coming to the DB, we have created a few tables like admin table for admin login, and for admin functions like deleting the flight and creating the new flights. That's that for that purpose. And for customers, we have created a table like customers, and we included the parameters like ID, first name, last name, email ID, phone number, and password, phone number, and the third table is flight details. In the flight details, the user or admin can check the flight ID, the origin destination, date of travel, and the time of the travel time, the distance for the journey, and the price of the tickets and extra charges, and number of seats available. And in payments table, by giving the payment ID and customer ID for payment booking the ticket, you need to give the customer ID, card type, and issuer, flight ID, card number, and card holder name, and the required thing for the credit card or debit card. And in booking details, it will generate the PNR number. It will show the status whether the ticket is booked or not. With all the details, it will print the booking details. And whenever the user wants to cancel the ticket, in this refund amount table, we need to enter the flight ID, and it will show the total amount and the refunded amount based on the terms and conditions. The refund will be given, and this is the project. We have created the data access layers. That is that for admin table, there are the admin functions were written in these admin table data access, admin login, admin flights, update flights, and for deleting the flight and deleting the booking. And for booking details, he need to just give the customer ID as an input to get the details of the flights booked. And in customer dial, he need this is the customer login function, and this is the new add new user function. And in flight details, he couldn't get when he entered the origin and the destination along with the time and date of travel. He will get what are the flights available with particular set. And in payments, he needs to enter the flight ID and date of travel to book the flight ticket. And for the payment, these are the parameters: customer ID, card type, card issuer, flight ID, and etc. And in and booking, the booking ID will be randomly generated within this range, and the customer ID will be defaultly when new customer registered. There will be a particular customer ID will be given for each customer. So with that ID, we need to give in that, and flight ID is defaultly fixed. And after the payment successful, it will show the status it booked, and the PNR will be also generated randomly, and price per seat and total amount and other charges are also given. And this is the cancellation function. Here we need to give the booking ID to cancel the ticket, and this is the function for refunding amount. You need to enter the booking ID and flight ID, and it will show the total amount and the amount refund to the customer after the canceling the tickets. These are the entities we have created for each table in database: admin table and booking details entity, customer entity, flight detail entity, payment entity, refund amount. And we made the testings for each function. This is the admin testing to check whether the function is working or not, adding the flights functions. And this is the customer testing, customer login and adding new customer functions. And this testing is for available flights checking. And over to Raghunath.
Hello, my name is Raghunath. This is the architecture diagram of the project. We have entity layer and MVC, web API, data access layer and database. First, we have to create the database and we have to connect the data access layer using the ADO.NET connected or disconnected model. And web API is we have to give the tokens to MVC. It is the mediator between the data access layer and the MVC. MVC has the only models, views, and controls. Here, web API don't have views, so we have to use the MVC to display the data in the browser. This is data flow diagram. First transfer from the SQL database and get the output in the browser. This is the year diagram. We have login users and customers, flight ID, flight timings, and cancel tickets. Yeah. This is sequence diagram. Coming to the project, first we have created the API and MVC. MVC we have created the admin table controller, customer controller, flight data controller, and payment controller. User when access the data from the Chrome, it comes to the controller, and controller will pass the from model. Here model is from a web API. This Flamingo Airways. In this, it is connected to the data access layer. It will connect to the SQL server. Coming to MVC, we have models, views, and controllers. Views will connect to the controller, and we have program.cs, data.cs, and utils.cs. In customer, we have to create the views for every controller. For a suppose we have admin controller, we have to give the extents implement inheritance for the controller and we have to connect the database using the logger admin table controller. This is the first when user interaction with the index, it will goes to the view. We have to create the view here add view. By using this time, we have to create the add views, and we have to give the correct name for the database. We have to create the flight details, admin, and we have to create it all the views and models. This is customer controller. Uh, Create a customer action, create message. We have implemented all the functions for the controller, and we have implemented flight details for available flights. Available flights, we have to create booking also. We treated data from the a web API. A web API will be the mediator between the data access layer and MVC. Payment controller. When user done payment using this payment controller, we have index view and payment process, and we have to give the payment object for the creating the payment. And the final output is first we have to check the web API, Flamingo Airways API using the swaggers. First we have to post means we have to input the values using the write out, and we have to give the values and we have to execute. If it's successful means we have completed half of the project using the swaggers, or you can use a postman checking also. These are the controllers we have done. Add flight and update flight, delete flight, get booking details, get all flights, customer logging, you have to be first you have to register the customer registration. You have to pass the values here, and if it's successful means you can log in the password ID here, and customer can search by flight ID, and you can book the flights by payment process, and cancel. You can also cancel the tickets by using the flight ID and PNR number. He also admin can check also flight details and customer also. Admin can change the flight ID, flight timings, and flight price also. This is a web API, and we using the startup. This is the output of the web API. Admin, we can get all flights. Come here. You can also edit and delete. Yes, the option is there, edit and delete, and you can also create a new also, and you can can check the privacy, and customer can log in also, create new customer. We have create a customer ID, first name, last name, and you can redirect to new page, back to list, and we have to implement more swaggers. That's all. That's all. Thank you.